Hey, what's up? Welcome back. So I wanted to talk about a few things that were going on in my head and things I've been observing this week. I was able to go on a trip with some friends out to the Eastern Sierras and we went snowboarding. It was an all guys trip, so no kids, no wives. My buddies and I had been planning this trip for a bit and we were really looking forward to it. So I wrote down some notes when I got home. One thing I wanted to talk about was just not worrying about my obligations, the day-to-day things in my life at work, the things I needed to do at home, whether it was laundry or chores or whatever. Just being fully present in the moment, looking forward to this activity and this outing that we had planned with some guys. Finding the clarity, putting things in perspective, finding the joy, allowing yourself to feel the joy and the laughter and all that stuff. I was realizing that when you plan your time, it improves the relationships around you. So it allows you to tap into memories, tap into songs and videos and movies that you love watching, finding the commonalities and camaraderie, looking forward to things that you're building in the future, all these memories that you know you're going to build. Like we were going to go snowboarding and we were anticipating getting some good food and having some beverages and just relaxing. And so it was a nice way to connect and remind ourselves of like what each one of us is going through in our personal lives, finding similarities in some of the things we have with our kids and shared experiences. So it's a great way to connect and be present and fully kind of taking in what everyone's perspective and everyone's voice has to say. And I feel like that's super important. I also was reminded that nature is just a beautiful way to escape your day-to-day life and kind of slow down and appreciate the scale of things, the magnitude of things. So when I look out the window and I see the mountainside and the landscape changing as you're driving from this crazy bustling city and you're coming out and then you're starting to slow down. There's less buildings, right? There's less people. There's horses and cows and tall grass and there's greens and browns and oranges because it's transitioning from winter to spring. And then when we drove out, there was a storm. So there was these massive clouds, but the clouds gave the mountains a perspective and it seemed so massive. And when you look out into the horizon, it's just forever, just kind of cascading mountains. And it just makes you just appreciate the beauty of life and also reminds you how insignificant your life, your problems are in the scheme of nature and how massive it is. It also draws inspiration because from the beauty, there's inspiration in the way things move, the way things interact, the process of nature. Like it was snowing. And so that's something that we don't see often. Obviously, we live in Southern California, but seeing it build up on the cars and the roofs and the ground and all the streets, they're white now. You know how beautiful that is. And then as the sun came out and it would melt, that has its own beauty and flow and sounds and the way it feels. And when you step outside and you breathe that air in, it was cold, and just appreciating every phase and every moment. And that helped to just be aware of the simplicity, of the colors, of the simple things, of everything around you. We were less on our phones. We were taking photos and videos here and there, but overall we were mindful of our screen time and we were engaging with each other. And so we were able to listen to each other and hear each other out. We were making each other laugh and just being silly and just embracing that. And it's a beautiful thing. We were moving our bodies. So we were mindful of, we went snowboarding. We were moving our bodies. You get tired, you feel muscles you don't really use that often. You have all this adrenaline because you're having fun. And when you're doing that, you're not thinking about all these things that are going on in your life. You're in the moment, having fun. You're appreciating the ability that you're even able to do this at all. And Yeah, I was just thinking about this as we were on the lifts and those downtimes. I was just like, even saying it out loud, like, I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do this right now. And I don't know, like, if I'm not healthy one day, right? And you start to worry, and you start to do all this stuff. It's like, just be in the moment, just enjoy the moment, let it be, take it all in, and appreciate everything. So that's like really what I was trying to focus on. And then that time in nature. And then the last thing I'll say is just, again, finding creativity and inspiration from the world around you and the situation you're in. So when I was looking out in the window and I was seeing these, the mountains and the hillsides, I was appreciating the land, appreciating people's, there was like farms and massive properties with like cows grazing, and it was just cool. It was just beautiful. And there's inspiration in that when you start to reflect on what it means to you and how it affects you and where you fit in the whole picture, in the whole puzzle. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. I was trying my hardest to be mindful and present, and there are benefits to doing that. You get more connected, you get more grounded, you slow yourself down, you try to increase your appreciation, you try to be in control of your senses, right? Be in control of your stress, of how you are developing or improving your relationships, how you're focused on the things around you, and embracing and allowing the laughter, connectivity, the dialogue, the ideas just kind of enter and you filter them through. And then just boosting your overall emotional availability and intelligence through the interactions with each other and allowing yourself to be where you're presently at. So thanks again for checking out the episode. I appreciate it. If you can like, share, subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it as well. Thanks again for checking in every week. What do you do to help you be present in the moment? Do you meditate? Do you do like breathing exercises? Do you journal? Do you go out in nature? If so, where do you like to go? What are some good hikes or some good day activities that I can take my kids to, or I can help go do something to get away from this crazy, busy city life that we live in? Anyway, thanks again. I appreciate it. Peace out.